Gallery view. There you go. Land in your body. Should we begin, Talia? Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Talia from Healer Collective. We represent top healers and practitioners in the wellness space. And Healer Collective, along with WellSet, we are offering these free virtual classes daily to help people during this unique time on the planet. Today, we have the amazing Mac Murphy, who is a friend and incredible Qigong teacher here. Mac, maybe you want to say a few things before we start?
Yeah, well, it's an honor and pleasure to be joining this community and sharing my learnings and my embodied discovery. This journey I've been on most of my life is a physical and spiritual realms. I grew up around the Institute in Big Sur. Can someone turn off their mic, please? Thank you. And yeah, so having grown up around Esalen, I've been exposed to all of these different healing arts. And since about when I was 20, I started doing body work and studying Esalen Massage. And so about for the last 15 years, I've been a bodywork practitioner. In 2017, I lived in China at a Taoist temple and learned really ancient Tai Chi and Qigong and Kung Fu. And so this morning practice is a mix of different Qigong that I learned in China. So I'm excited to share it with you this morning, and may it aid you in your journey of embodiment and healing during this challenging time. Yeah. Okay. So let's get right into it. Without too much discussion about what Qigong is, let's just have an embodied experience. My intention is to invite you into grounding in this moment. So finding a stance about shoulder width apart. So again, the feet are parallel. It's nice for me to see everyone's camera. If you could all turn your cameras on, then we can all see each other practicing together. Yeah, that's better. Keep going. There's some more. Okay. Okay. So finding your stance and sink into your legs as if there's a weight hanging from your tailbone and your pubic bone, like a string, some kind of metal weight hanging down, so it's rooting you into your stance. Knees bent and shifting your weight from side to side, sensing into the distribution of the weight from side to side. And imagine as if someone is pulling the top hairs on your head upwards or supporting underneath your skull and encouraging a lengthening upwards. So you have two directions: extension upwards from the head and a sinking down in your pelvis. Elongation of the spine. And floating the hands off the thighs and radiating down through your fingers. So there's an extension of energy down your arms and out your fingers. Someone's mic is on again. So arriving in the body, Now, in your mind's eye, go into the bottoms of your feet and start to sprout roots, energetic roots from the bottoms of your feet and extend into the ground. Through the floor, whether if you're on the 5th floor of the building or you're directly on the ground, extend your roots down all the way into the supple earth below and take a little journey of digging your roots through the different layers of the earth, through rock, the sedimentary layers, volcanic layers, forgotten chambers deep within the earth. Go all the way down to the magmic fiery center, the golden metal center, the dark dense center of the earth in which everything revolves around. Once you've gotten there with your roots, take a hold of that center point. Carefully, lovingly, welcomingly wrap your roots around that center point. Affirm your connection with the earth, connecting your center, which is right below your navel, with the center of the earth through your ethereal roots. Bridging the human vessel and the power of the earth. Your birthright to be connected, to never lose sight and felt sense of the power of the earth. So now begin to make inhales in and out through the nose, inhaling up the hands and exhaling down as if we're pumping earth energy from the center of the earth upwards through the roots, as if you're a tree and you're drinking up water from the earth. So I'm softly rising as I inhale and softly sinking as I exhale, pumping this vitality of the earth upwards into my vital center. Inhale up and exhale down. Now feel the earth energy rise up into your body. And then inhale, you gather your hands out to the sides. And then once your hands pass your face, you exhale, sink down. So again, all together, inhale, gather. As if you're collecting energy around you. The hands pass the face, and then slowly you're compressing breath and chi down into your vital center. Inhale, gather. One more time. Pass the nose, exhale. And we bring our left hand underneath our navel and our right hand over our left. And the thumbs kiss. So making a triangle above the navel. And a belly breath into the palms. And exhale, the abdomen goes back towards the spine. Again, inhale, belly in to the palms, and exhale back towards the spine. Brush your hands down your belly and pulse, shake up from the ground. So as if you're riding an earthquake and letting the vibration of the ground, but it's an active vibration coming up your legs and your pelvis, softly twisting, shaking out through the wrists, softly shaking the head from side to side, shaking the meat off the bones. And inhale up into your chest and into your heart. And exhale. Really release, long exhale. Another inhale like this. Let the voice go. Coming to center into stillness and sensing the vibration of the body, the ignition, the tingling. And tucking your chin down to your sternum and swinging your head in a circle over the right shoulder and up to the ceiling and down the left shoulder, circling in this direction. Inhaling and exhaling naturally. Opening up through the neck. And as the chin sweeps up to the ceiling, feel the throat opening. One more circle. And then once you get back to the starting position, you swing the opposite direction. Chin to left shoulder, and then up to the ceiling and down to the right. Opening up the upper neck, the cervical spine. One more circle. And then when you're back to the starting position, slowly fold forward into a full forward bend, leading with the head. And wherever you arrive in the forward fold, welcome it. Whether you're able to touch the ground, or if you have to have your hands on your shins or knees, wherever you are at in this moment is perfect. Allowing the head to be released down and shaking the head from side to side. Welcoming the pull of gravity, the force of Mother Nature below. And then slowly tuck your tail underneath your pelvis and roll one vertebrae at a time upwards so that your head comes up last. And then inhale, gather your hands again overhead, and then past the nose, exhale down. And now the pelvis comes forward, and then the chest and the chin releases down in a spinal wave. So you want to be like a billowing sheet at the edge of a cliff, and the great wind is coming up, and your spine is waving. So I'll move to the side to show you. So this wave moves from my lower body to my upper body and releases out my neck to my head. Bring your breath into it, so inhaling up and exhaling out, making it fast breathing. Now slow it down. And just make the breathing through your nose, breathing naturally. Nourishing all 33 structures of the spine, each vertebrae articulating. Slow it down. There's a slow whipping of the vertebrae. And then coming to center and moving your hips from side to side as if you're doing some mogul jumping. Some dancing, keeping your head in the center. So you're throwing the hip from side to side, articulating the angle. And then the ribs and the shoulder come down to meet the hip being thrown. So this is a wagging of your tail, putting an S wave from side to side in your spine. So similar to the spinal wave that we did from forward to back, now we're doing it from side to side, nourishing the mobility of the vertebrae. Try to bring the movement higher into your thorax, into your torso, in the thoracic spine. And if you inhale and hold your breath at the top, maybe you can hear an interesting noise, like a sawing noise in your lungs. Inhale and hold, open your mouth and listen. And exhale. Coming to center, now moving your core in a circle. So trying to keep the head and the hips as still as possible, which might be hard. You're moving your ribs and your sternum in a circle around the spine. It's like the chest puffs forward and then concaves backwards. Try to keep your head and your pelvis as still as possible, and the movement is isolated in the ribs and the spine. So the chest puffs forward and then concaves backwards. And then reverse the direction. So just exploring different motions and directional movements of the body, waking up locked potential, and also massaging the internal organs as you move. So bring the focus into the abdomen as the movement moves forward, stretching, and then coming back, contracting and compressing through the organs, massaging the viscera and connective tissue between each organ. And coming to center, inhaling, gather your hands overhead, and past the nose, exhale down. Okay, feet together. So now we're going to do a movement where we're brushing out stagnant chi that we accumulate in sleep. So this is a really good thing to do first thing in the morning. So hands heavy by the sides of your body. So just watch me for a moment. I'm going to inhale, gather my hands overhead. The web of my thumbs come together and I extend up, reaching upwards and sinking downwards into the ground. And then my hands kind of in a salute position, so my fist is meeting my palm in front of my heart. And then I brush down with a strong exhale. And then I inhale up and exhale down. So all together, we inhale, gather. The web of the thumbs come together, and then turning upwards, creating a tabletop above your crown, extending up through your arms, reaching up through your hands, and then you're sinking down through your feet. The legs are long, and then coming down, holding your breath now into a prayer salute in front of the heart. Your breath is held, and you exhale out the mouth, forward fold, exhale out the mouth. Brushing, making noise. And as you inhale up, you're bringing fresh earth energy from the ground up to your heart, and exhale down. So when you brush down, the hands come apart, and then as you inhale up, your torso moves as one unit, not rolling up. hands apart, and then exhale down back to the vital center. Okay, again, inhale, gather. The web of the thumbs come together, extending up, reaching, hold your breath, lower down in front of your heart, and then exhale out your mouth, forward fold, brush. Inhale, rise up, gathering fresh energy from the earth, and exhale down. Again, we flow right into the next one. Extend, lower down, holding your breath, and then release it all to the ground. Rise up to the heart and sink back to the vital center. Keep going. Assume that we're just going to keep going until I tell you not to. Lower down and release. Inhale, gather. The web of the hands come together, extending up, creating a table on the palms. The hands come down in front of the heart and release down to the ground, out the mouth. Inhale, fresh energy up from the earth to the heart, and exhale down. I'll turn to the side for this next repetition. I inhale, gather. Hands meet, creating a table above my head, reaching up to the sky, holding my breath, lowering down, and releasing out the mouth, forward fold. Inhale up, and exhale down, linking breath and movement. Inhale, gather, reaching, lowering down, holding your breath, out the mouth, release. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale, gather, reach, hold breath, lower down, let go of that which doesn't serve you anymore. Inhale, rise, exhale, sink. So pausing for a moment, and whatever comes to your mind in your heart, first thing, what is holding you back right now? What is the one thing that you want to let go of? So whatever this is, whether it's a thought pattern or a negative construct or a habit or an interpersonal energy, we're going to imbue it into this movement. So we're almost ritualizing this movement. All right. So now we inhale it up to the sky, up to the cosmos, like we're offering it to the mountain, to the creator above, extending it up through our palms, holding it in our hands. And then we hold our breath, inhale, or no, the breath is held. And we bring the hands down in front of our heart. We bow our head forward, and we're going to release this construct down to the earth, that which doesn't serve us anymore, and release. And then inhale up, roll up to the heart, and exhale down, empty. One more time with this releasing of this idea. Inhale up, I offer you to the sky, extend up, honoring it, bringing it down in front of your heart with your breath held, bowing your head forward, I release you down. Exhale out the mouth. And then inhale the emptiness up from the earth, the power. Return to your heart and exhale it down to your vital center. And one more for good measure. We just keep repeating a lot of these movements over and over and over again. Reaching up to the sky, lowering down in front of the heart, and release. Inhale up the nose, exhale down the nose. And to close this section, we inhale, gather, and then past the nose, the exhale goes down, our hands down to the vital center, our palm underneath our navel, and our other hand over and the thumbs touching. Now brushing your hands across your abdomen to the sides of your pelvis, knee comes up and we step wide, back to the wide stance. Arms radiating outwards, hands down, as if you are a great willow tree. And your arms are like branches, and the fingers of the long leaves and vines extending downwards. Holding. Knees bent, feet parallel. Your pelvis sinking into the earth. Long spine reaching upwards, tucking your chin back so that your cervical spine is long and the tip of your crown extends upwards. The heavens above, the human in the center, and the earth below. Earth, human, heaven. Heaven, human, earth. In alignment with the cosmological forces of the earthly and the heavenly. And the hands are holding like a great ball. And in this stance, sensing your power, your strength, your groundedness. The forces may come from the sides, from behind, or in front of you, and you're stable and rooted. Inhaling into your abdomen and exhaling, sinking a little more into the stance. So now we inhale and the hands come together. So the hands weave together. The fingers are weaving, creating a basket below your navel. And then the inhale brings the hands up over your head. The elbows are extended to the sides and the weave is right over your crown, holding your breath. And then you break this connection. And then exhale, push apart, like you're pushing two great doors or boulders to the side. There's a 90-degree angle in your wrists. And then turning the palms to face forward. And then inhale, gather the hands to the front as if you're hugging an old friend. Bring the hands towards the heart. And then the hands turn down to face the ground. And you exhale, sink into your stance. The thumbs are right at the level of your navel. Turning your palms to face your navel and your abdomen, making contact so there's two diamonds on either side of your navel. And then inhale, brush the hands around the belt to the kidneys, squeezing the lower back for a moment. And then exhale, the hands brush down the legs into a squat. And if you can't go into a full squat, then it's a soft forward fold, brushing down. And then inhale, you brush your hands up, pulling fresh energy from the earth up your front line to your heart, and exhale down. This is one full repetition. So now again, we inhale, the fingers weave together over the head, and contract through your back, feeling the strength of your arms. And then we break the seal, hands to the sides, and then exhale out through the nose, pushing two great boulders to the sides, 90-degree angle in your wrists. And then turning your palms to face forward, and we inhale, gather, reuniting into the heart. And then exhale, the hands sink down, turning the palms to face the navel and the diamond. Inhale, brush your belt, holding the kidneys, and then exhale, sink, brushing down your legs. And then gather fresh energy from the earth with your hands to the heart, and exhale down. So again, weave together the fingers, inhale, over the head, break, exhale, push apart. Turn the palms forward, inhale, gather to the heart. Exhale, sink. Inhale, brush the belt. Exhale, sink, brush down the outside of the legs. Inhale, pull fresh energy from the earth up with your hands to the heart, and exhale down. Continue. Weave, inhale. Pause, hold breath, break. Exhale, push apart. Inhale, gather to the heart. Exhale, sink. Inhale, brush. Exhale, sink. Lower down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, return. Inhale, weave. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Inhale, weave together. The breath is silent. Break. Now exhale. Gather to the heart. Lower down into your stance. Nourish your abdomen with your hands. Press down the outside of your legs. Brushing and inhaling fresh energy from the earth and sinking it back into your vital center. One more. Inhale. Break. Push apart. Gather. Exhale, sink. Inhale, brush. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, return. And to close this movement, we inhale our hands out to the sides, gathering all around, lowering the hands down past the nose, and exhale, sink into the vital center. The left hand comes underneath the navel and the right hand over the left, and the thumbs kissing, creating a pyramid around the navel. Now brushing your hands out onto your pelvis and shaking out any fatigue in the legs. Okay, returning to center. The palms are facing forward. So just do your best with this. So the hands come backwards as if I'm opening my two great wings out to the sides. So as you observe and stand, do not lock out your knees. Keep a bend in your knees. So the hands are facing forward, and then they return facing up, like I'm cradling something. So my hands come back as I inhale, opening out to the sides. Now my palms are facing forward, and then I exhale, return. So it's an inhale, spreading, reaching, and then exhale, return. So I'm going to just step closer to show you. So my hands are doing a spiral. So they come backwards, they spiral out, and then forward, and then back to center. So I'm inhale, and then exhale. So I'm inhale, I'm gathering, I'm spreading, and then I'm exhaling and I'm allowing the energy to sink into my palms, back into my pelvis. So there's this spiraling happening. Just do it with one arm. So as I inhale, the shoulder is twisting forward and a spiraling is happening through my whole arm. So the connective tissue is being twisted out like I'm bringing out a wet towel. And inhale back and out, and exhale, return. So you see that spiral that's happening? It's a massaging of all the joints of the arms. And there's a radiation out through your fingers and your wrists and hands. There's an activity. The hands aren't limp and soft. They're strong and radiant. Okay, good. You got that part of the motion. So coming back into the strong stance, the feet are parallel. We're going to do that motion with our hands, but to the side. So you're going to be twisting from the core. So watch me. I twist to the side, gather, and then return to the center. Twist to the side, gather, and return to the center. I'm shifting my weight from side to side and returning, creating a figure 8 pattern with my arms as I shift from my right side to my left side. So do your best. You're not pivoting on the feet. You're just twisting on the core. So the stance stays forward. Soft twist in the spine as you shift to the side. I inhale, I gather, and I sink, return back to center. Inhale, wings spread, return back to center. Now, with my prompts, just make the movement your own in this time. It's better to just be rhythmic with your breath and movement. Inhale, expand to the side, and exhale, return to center. Inhale, expand to the side, exhale, return to center. Sensing any warmth or tingling in the palms as the chi starts to flood and spread through the body. Whatever movement you do, if you link it with your breath, so you're breathing as you move. So I'm inhaling, my hands reach to the side, and then exhale, I sink back to center. I inhale, expand to the side, and exhale, sink back to center. Linking breath and movement is one of the more powerful embodied things that you can do. Sensing into how much your legs are working. And one more on either side. And returning back to center. When we inhale, gather our hands over our head, and then past the face, our hands sink down to the vital center. Left hand underneath the navel, right hand over the left, the thumbs kiss. Belly breath into the palms, and exhale, sinking a little bit more into your stance. Brushing the palms, the sides of your abdomen, and then inhale the palms forward, holding a ball. And feeling the spherical nature of the ball, just explore it for a moment, energetically palpating and feeling the roundness of this ball. And begin to sense into the magnetic connection between your palms, as if you were to flip two magnets over and feel that invisible, unseen, opposing force. Massaging it, moving it from side to side. It's a little improvisational flow as your weight shifts from side to side, throwing the ball in different directions. Make it playful and explorative. Moving your ribs and your core, but never losing the contact of the ball. Original innocence, playfulness. How can you move with the ball in different ways? Inhaling it up overhead and swinging it. In the opposite direction. And returning back to center, holding the ball in front of the navel. So now we inhale, and our hands expand out to the sides. So you're moving in the plane of your pelvis. So your hands aren't coming up, as if you're holding the ball. So now the ball is big, and then we exhale, and our hands magnetically move towards each other, compressing the ball into a smaller sphere. Inhale, expand. And exhale, compress in, sinking into your stance, so lowering down through your knees. And then inhale, expand, rising up in your legs, not coming to locked out. And exhale, compress in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress in. So there's a bend in your arms. The elbows aren't locked out. Inhale, expand. Rise up, and exhale, sink. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress in. So I'm sensing a warmth and fiery tingling in my palms as the life force energy is pumping, is building, creating a charge between the palms. So the crown of the head is extended upwards. The eyelids are heavy, letting light in at the bottom. So you can either focus with your eyes on the interspace between your hands, or you can go inside and feel the movement from the inside out. Beginning to notice any sounds present in the space, the hum of machinery, of the city streets, or the sounds of nature. Exhaling, sinking in, Inhaling, expanding. Inhale, expand. Exhale, sink down towards the center, and once you reach the center, your hands pulse out to the front, as if you're holding a ball between your palms and your pelvis, like a beach ball. The arms are long. There's a concaveness in your chest, so the shoulders move forward a little bit. The arms are heavy and down, going diagonally down towards the opposite foot. There's a soft bend in the elbow, but the hand and the fingers are in the same line as your lower arm. The feet are parallel, knees are bent. A slight tuck in your pubic bone and your tailbone, the pelvis cradling the reproductive organs. The spine long, allowing its natural curve, and tucking the chin back so that the cervical spine is long. Now, just go inside for some time. Let the eyelids be heavy, letting a little light in at the bottom. Soft eyes. Defocus, out of focus. Naturally breathing, inhaling, belly full, exhale, belly drops. And the breath should be down lower instead of upper respiratory. And bring the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth, connecting the upper jaw and the lower jaw, a gap between your teeth. And again, connecting into the center of the earth from your vital center below your navel, energetically connecting with the vitality and living power of Mother Nature below. So inhale, you can tighten the perineum, pelvic floor, like a yogic bandha lock. And exhale, soften the contraction. Inhale, contract. By doing this, we're pumping energy up from the earth, consciously creating a connection structurally and energetically. Standing rooted, persevere, hold the stance. If your legs are tired, then come a little higher in your stance, but never lock the knees out. Active stillness, standing meditation. Embracing the origin, protecting the center. When we align with gravity, we fill with chi. And now through your feet, connecting into the mycelium of the earth, the web of life that wraps around the whole globe, and the circuitry, the living wires that connect us all humans, all living things. I like to see it as the connective tissue underneath the skin of the earth, or the fascia. And so each of us in this posture is an acupuncture needle, stimulating the ground that we stand upon, and extending upwards like an electric node, connecting the cosmos and the earth through the human form. As you stand in this way, as if we're in an electric transformer, recharging, filling up with these vital cosmological energies, receiving the great mystery of space from above and pulling up the nutrient-rich waters of the earth into our tree body, rooted, present, aware, strong, solid. Silence. Acknowledge the thoughts. Let them pass. Stay with the simplicity of form. And a big breath into the heart, into the belly. And then exhale, soften down, release the posture, the hands float down to the ground, sinking into your stance. And then inhale, gather the hands out to the sides, all around you. And then past the nose, you exhale, sink back in. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, expand, gather, and exhale, sink back down with your hands, actively bringing the energy accumulated into your center. 1 more. And exhale, sink back to the center. Left hand underneath the navel, right hand over the left, thumbs kiss. And noticing if there's any saliva collected in the mouth. And clicking your teeth from side to side. So soft clicks on the left side 7 times. And then the right side, like a bite test. And then swishing your tongue on the inside of your lips over the front of the teeth in a circle. 3 swipes in one direction, 3 swipes in the other direction. And collecting all the saliva to the center of the mouth and swallow it down into the vital center. Reuniting this supercharged bodily fluid into your dantian, your inner heaven, the furnace within, the vital center. Breathing into your abdomen, exhale, sinking into the stance. And we close the vital center by inhaling the hands around the navel and exhaling down. Inhale, circle. Nourishing the chi and the warmth of our hands into our abdomen. And then reverse the direction. Nourishing the organs, self-love, caress yourself. And then releasing the hands off the abdomen and bring your palms together, building heat and fire between your hands. A little faster. And then bring this heat to your eyes, nourishing your vision. Inhale and exhale. Now brush your fingers through your hair, squeezing your hair in the back of your scalp, A little head massage, self-love, shifting your weight from side to side as you do this. And then taking a hold of your ears and massaging your ears, pulling down the lobes, pulling out to the sides, stimulating blood flow to fill up. If your ears are cold, creating increased circulation, stimulating the acupressure points and the nerve endings of your ears. Each ear is a reflexology map of the whole body. Self-love. Releasing your jaw and tapping with your fingertips, the jaw, thermomasseter. And then tapping down the jawline to the chin. And then tapping on either side of your nose, on the cheekbones. Again, finding little sore points and muscular attachments and nerve endings. Tapping the temples, around your forehead, your third eye area, above your ears, all over your skull, your crown, and then transfer fingertips to soft fists, and you're drumming the occipital ridge, the base of the skull, where all the main nerves flow down into the rest of your body, and all your back and neck muscles attach in. The drumming this place at the base of your skull, and then drumming around to your chest. Tarzan drumming. Inhale into your heart and exhale, vibrating your whole core with your voice. Inhale into your heart and exhale. Don't lock out the knees. Keep a bend in the legs. They're, wide stance. And then drumming with one hand down the arm, the outside of the arm. And then back to inside of the arm. And then transfer over to the other arm, shoulder. Back to inside. And drumming again, the chest. As we drum underneath the clavicle or the shoulder, there's the top of the lung meridian that we're stimulating, making this strong and open, especially in this time. And then transferring the palms, slapping the solar plexus and the lower abdomen, making your core tight and strong. Slapping the side of the ribs and the back body, front body and back body at the same time. All over the center. Down the leg. Making the skin sting as we slap. And then transferring over the other leg. And coming back to center. And again, pulsing and shaking. Shaking the wrists overhead. And release, stillness, sense. The flow of energy, tingling in the hands. Renewal, full body well-being, centered and grounded, smiling with your mouth and smiling from your center, radiating light in all directions. And through your presence right now, radiating a sphere of light outwards in all directions, nourishing your neighbors, nourishing the earth below, sending that light all around the earth to all those that are suffering in this time. May this be an embodied prayer to the earth, to the ancestors, and to all the people that need guidance and healing right now. Thank you for practicing with me today, stepping forward and bowing to this collective of healing. Good work. If you'd like to come to any of my other classes, you can go to my website, which is, I'll put here in the chat box. And I'm teaching again at 4, a class called Elemental Embodiment through my own channel. But yeah, I will be here next Friday with the Holistic Healer Collective and WellSet. And I look forward to having many of you in the future join my classes. And Talia, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you all. Yes, we look forward to many more. Sorry, go ahead.
Sean, connect with me offline.
Offline?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day, everyone.
Thanks, Talia. Thanks, Mark.
Bye.